Hey and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's begin with our daily news. Arsenal's untouchable player could still end up leaving this summer. And something of a surprising update, it has been claimed that Gabriel Magalhaes could end up leaving Arsenal this summer. Speaking on the Don Deal show, Dean Jones has noted that Arsenal are now going to focus on outgoings after they sew up deals for both Declan Rice and Jurrien. A number of players have been linked with a move away from Arsenal this summer, with the likes of Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey continuously linked with moves elsewhere. However, according to Jones, there is some doubt around the future of Gabriel Magalhaes, with the journalist claiming that the defender could well end up leaving as the clubs are sniffing around. Jones shared what he knows about the defender. He said, once these three transfers are confirmed, they will pause and assess where they are at and what outgoings there will be. They need to iron a few things out. There are a few uncertain situations. There has been a bit of uncertainty around Gabriel. A couple of clubs have been sniffing around his situation. I think the likelihood is that he stays at Arsenal, but there is some uncertainty that could come around again. If they lose him, they would have to sign a new centre back. Gabriel is way too important for Arsenal to consider selling him, and with a lack of left-footed defenders on the market at the moment, would be shocked if this departure went ahead. Folarin Balogun posted a cryptic tweet after report Arsenal could sell him. Arsenal striker Folarin Balogun has just posted a cryptic message on Twitter as rumors about his future continue to make the rounds. The 21-year-old has been one of Arsenal's brightest prospects for a long time now. He is a hugely talented player, and he showed his brilliance while on loan at Reims last season. Now, there is a chance Arsenal could cash in on Balogun, and his latest post on Twitter adds more fuel to the fire. Arsenal sent Folarin Balogun out on loan to Stade Reims last season, and the youngster became a star there. Everyone knew he'd have a good season, but nobody quite predicted he would become one of the best strikers in the League One. Balogun ended the season with 22 goals and 3 assists in all competitions. Now, rumors about the youngster's future have been going wild over the last few weeks, with reports claiming Arsenal have told Balogun's agent to find him a new club. Balogun himself has made it clear that he will not be going out on loan again, which means he will either have to break into Arsenal's side or leave the club. To fuel all the speculation that's already around him, Balogun took to Twitter early this morning to tweet something that could mean absolutely anything. His tweet read, "It's time," with an hourglass emoji. Well, the first thought on seeing that tweet will make every Arsenal fan think Balogun is on his way out. However, it could be the complete opposite as well. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal's players will be back for a pre-season training in the coming days, and perhaps Balogun is suggesting that it's time to return to London calmly and show the Gunners boss he deserves to stay. Balogun definitely does have the quality, and he showed last season that he is capable of stepping up as well. If he does that in a pre-season, he could well convince Arteta to give him a chance. However, keeping Balogun would mean Arsenal will have to let one of their other strikers leave. Eddie Nketiah could be the one. Arsenal would be open to selling £100,000 a week star at the Emirates. Arsenal would probably be open to selling Eddie Nketiah this summer if a good offer came in for him, Daily Express journalist Ryan Taylor has told GIVEMESPORT. According to The Sun, Arsenal's move for Havertz has left Nketiah feeling unsettled. The same outlet claims that a host of Premier League clubs, including West Ham United, Crystal Palace and Fulham, are now all on red alert. Taylor is not ruling out Arsenal selling Nketiah this summer. Speaking to GIVEMESPORT, the Daily Express journalist said, "I have seen quite a few reports stating that Nketiah could leave this summer. I think Arsenal probably would be open to selling him, if they received a sizable proposal, in which case it probably would offer Balogun the chance to stay. A lot will probably depend on what happens with Balogun. If he stays, then Arsenal can afford to let Nketiah go, while the player himself may decide it's best to move on for the sake of his career. £120,000 a week player might leave Arsenal soon after latest development. As a deal for Declan Rice progresses, Arsenal may finally allow Granit Xhaka to leave this summer. Journalist Tom Canton was speaking about the Swiss international's future on the Gunner Talk YouTube channel. Plenty is going on at the Emirates right now, with the transfer window in full swing. Kai Havertz was confirmed as Arsenal's first signing of the summer. Arsenal will hope that Declan Rice and Jurrien follow him through the door shortly. There has also been a couple of departures as well. With Rice nearing a move to Arsenal, Granit Xhaka might soon be allowed to leave the club. He's been linked with a move back to the Bundesliga after a phenomenal campaign in Arsenal's midfield. Speaking about the £120,000 a week midfielder's future, Canton said, "We have to consider the fact that Granit Xhaka's move to Bayer Leverkusen is probably going to start progressing considering Rice's deal has been agreed. I probably think that we are going to start seeing Granit Xhaka's move to Germany start to materialize as well. It shows how ambitious Arsenal are trying to be this summer, that they are willing to let Xhaka go. The Swiss international had his best season in an Arsenal shirt last year. His 7 goals and 7 assists were the best tally of his senior career. However, he offered so much more than just goal contributions, linking up play, and being given more attacking freedom. Kai Havertz looks set to be given the chance to step into his role next season. However, Rice could play there too, and Xhaka only being allowed to leave when Arsenal sign him suggests he could be used in that more advanced role too. The 30-year-old will be going out on a high should he depart before next season. Arsenal now ready to trigger superstar players release clause. Arsenal have been linked with a move to sign Fenerbahce youngster Arda Güler this summer, and there is serious competition for his signature. The Gunners have arguably been the stars of the window so far. They have brought in Kai Havertz already, while a fee has reportedly been agreed for the signings of both Declan Rice and Jurrien Timber. Arsenal are not stopping just there. They are still on the market for more additions. Spanish outlet AS claim Güler is a player who interests them. Arsenal target Arda Güler is one of the most wanted young players in world football at the moment. The Turk, still just 18 years of age, is a fantastic prospect. Fanatic reported in February this year that a Manchester City scout felt Güler has the potential to become a superstar in the coming years. Fabrizio Romano revealed on Twitter earlier this month that interested clubs like Arsenal can sign Güler for as little as £15 million, thanks to a release clause that is now active. Now, AS has shared more details about the situation. The report claims that along with Arsenal, clubs like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Sevilla, Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund are all interested in signing him this summer. All the above-mentioned clubs are reportedly willing to trigger his release clause too to secure his signature in this window. Arda Güler is a spectacular talent. The young Turk, who is naturally an attacking midfielder, has all the qualities to become a top player one day, and he could even go on to have a career as good as one of the greatest number 10s of this generation, Mesut Ozil. The Arsenal old boy was recently asked by Marca if there is an attacking midfielder in the world right now who is better than he was. Ozil quickly named Güler, and that explains why so many clubs are keen to sign him. Amazing £17 million defender also fancies Arsenal move as Timber deal edges close. Timber might not be the only name arriving in the defensive third. According to Turkish outlet Yeni Safak, Galatasaray defender Sasha Bowie is also keen on signing for the Gunners. Yeni Safak claims that Bowie could be about to leave for around the £13 million mark, and the young defender is believed to favour a move to Arsenal, with Juventus also a club he'd consider. Talk around Bowie from the Arsenal and has gone a bit quieter after reports a month or so ago claimed the Gunners were actually going to complete the signing. Since then, Arsenal's focus has switched to those aforementioned names, but with Bowie obviously available and also willing to join, he could be a player Arsenal now look to revisit. Lauded by Bakary Sagna as an amazing defender, Bowie has certainly turned heads in Europe in the past 12 months. Timber, Rice, and Havertz might be arriving, but we are only at the end of June, and it seems odd to suggest Arsenal are done with their business. Bowie would be the ideal project signing for Mikel Arteta. He isn't too expansive, covers a few positions, and has bags of potential and upside for improvement. Arsenal will go again in this window, rest assured. Arteta is determined to have the right squad this time, and that means no resting, even as the spending surpasses £200 million. Arsenal agree deal for fantastic player. He will have his medical before Rice. Arsenal have reportedly just agreed a deal with Ajax to sign Jurrien this summer, and the Dutchman is set for a medical in the coming days. The Gunners are not messing about, are they? They just signed Kai Havertz, while a deal for Declan Rice is moving closer to a conclusion. Now Timber is set to be the next one in, with The Telegraph and Chris Whitley on Twitter both reporting the latest on the situation. Arsenal have been trying to get a deal done for Jurrien Timber for over a week now. The Gunners' focus has been on Declan Rice over the last few days, and rightly so. But after Mikel Arteta's side and West Ham agreed a fee for him, the North Londoners are free to complete other deals. It has been no secret that Timber is the next name on the list for Arsenal, and there is now some excellent news for Gunners fans, courtesy of The Telegraph and Whitley. The Dutch outlet revealed that Arsenal and Ajax have reached a verbal agreement for the defender for a guaranteed fee of £36.2 million, which could potentially rise up to £40.5 million with add-ons. Whitley backed that claim and revealed that Timber is set for an Arsenal medical now. He also claimed that next up for the Gunners is Rice, suggesting that the Ajax man will be the first one in. Jurrien Timber would be a great signing for Arsenal, branded as fantastic by John Barnes. When he was previously linked to Liverpool, the 22-year-old can play at centre-back, right-back and also in defensive midfield. He is a huge versatile player, and his style of play fits Arteta's system perfectly. It has been an amazing few days for Arsenal fans, hasn't it? First Havertz and now Timber and Rice are said to be on their way to the Emirates. They really do mean business this summer. How Declan Rice feels right now as West Ham and Arsenal continue to negotiate. Arsenal and West Ham are still in talks to complete a deal for the transfer of Declan Rice this summer, and Fabrizio Romano has shared the latest. The Gunners blew Manchester City out of the water with their third bid for the Englishman, worth a British record £105 million. The Hammers have reportedly accepted the total fee, but talks are ongoing to sort out the payment structure. Rice is waiting on the wings for this deal to go through, and Romano has claimed in a video on his YouTube channel that the midfielder is absolutely buzzing about the move right now. Arsenal went into the market with Declan Rice as their priority target. The Englishman is one of the best midfielders in the Premier League. He is exactly what Arsenal need right now, and Mikel Arteta was desperate to get him. Arsenal had a few scares along the way as they tried to get Rice. Bayern München and Manchester United's interest first emerged before Manchester City went and lodged an official bid to get him. Edu and Arteta, however, stayed calm and lodged a massive bid of their own, and that is now set to get them their man as soon as payment terms are resolved. Here is what Romano said about the situation. For Declan Rice, day of silence because West Ham and Arsenal are still working while I'm speaking on the payment terms. West Ham won the payment of £100 million to be made over 18 months. Arsenal are offering for years, so there is still distance. All parties are more relaxed because there is an agreement on the fee. It's going to be £105 million, so there is no doubt about that. All parties are way more relaxed. Declan Rice and Arsenal remain a deal at the final stages, set to be completed, so nothing to be worried about. There is a feeling Rice is buzzing to join Arsenal, so is waiting for these steps of the deal, and then here we go. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.